Hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. Who's out there in YouTube land? Where are my Sweet Life Squad? Mm-mm. Hello, how are you doing, Traveling T? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Hope you're doing well. How's it been going today? Have you all been doing good today and your week since we've spoken last? I've been doing pretty good. I'm gonna wait till a few more people come in and then get started tonight. Are are you doing the challenges that's out there? Traveling T. He said, "Good to hear." Okay, you look almost unrecognizable in the thumbnail. You think so? Mhm. Michelle's Mira says, "I'm on my mom. I'm on mom's duty tonight." I got you. Hello, beautiful. I'm Color. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. So, are there any non-scale to scale victories y'all are celebrating this week? If so, put it in the chat. Let us know. As people are coming in, please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. And come on into the chat and talk to us. I would love for you all to participate. I love engagement, encouragement, all of the things. Hello, Miss Nikki. How are you doing? Okay, so Traveling T says, I'm continuing with the squats. Okay, I need them. Gotcha. Yes, I can use those squats still myself. Hi, Vanessa. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let us know, y'all, if y'all are celebrating anything tonight. Have you? It could be non-scale victories or scale victories. Either way, are you doing something new? Are you doing any of the still on the challenges that we have been putting out there? Within our community. Traveling T says squats. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the squat challenge. Okay, so Evelyn says she's doing good, wonderful, wonderful, and she's doing the plank and the lunge challenge. Okay, so she's still doing the plank challenge. That's up at the end of the month, right? And then the lunge challenge. I know the lunge challenge just started Monday, which is yesterday. Traces of Twan's life started the lunch challenge. And if y'all don't know anything about it, y'all go check her channel out and she will explain what she's doing over there on her channel. I don't know if I'm getting into that, y'all, because the way these knees set up, it hurts when I try to do lunges. So I don't know. I've told you all before, I don't know how many people remember, but you know, I had surgery back some years back, and it was knee surgery. I had my patella tendon tore, and so really bad, and so I had to have surgery. So of course, even though it's repaired, it still doesn't mean that it's back to new, right? So with that being said, Some of the stuff, I can do without any issues, but sometimes it does, kind of stop my groove of things that I would like to do. So, yeah. So Evelyn says, yes, planks in 1031. Okay. Glory be to the most high God. Oh my gosh. Yes, I understand, honey. Yeah, yeah. When I heard about the planks, y'all going up, up, up every day, I'm like, yeah, that's not for me either. I do a little bit. I can do a little bit of the planks, like maybe 30 seconds probably. I'm not, I could, maybe I can do a little bit more, but 2 minutes is crazy. I have stronger lower body strength than I have upper body strength, which a lot of women do, I think, from what I hear. And men is the opposite. That's why you always seeing men in the gym working out their bicep, triceps, their upper body versus, the lower body is what I heard. All right. So Traveling T says no victories this week. Maintenance is going well. Okay, great. Well, that's good. That's good, Traveling T. It's also that you even got to maintenance. Yes, yes. And that is going well. That's awesome too. Look, that's a non-scale victory in itself because everybody can't say that. So, all right. So thanks for asking. You're welcome, sweetheart. All right. Congratulations, everyone, on this journey to reclaim our health. Yes. It's so not about just losing weight, but it's so much more than that. It's about reclaiming health all together, right? And weight is just a part of losing weight when you're obese or you have the disease of obesity. That's just part of it, trying to get back down to, a good range for you. But definitely reclaiming health is much, much more important. So thank you for that, Traveling T. Ms. Nikki says, I'm going to get my mom in on the challenges tomorrow. Okay, cool. That would be nice. Look, mommy and me doing the challenges together. I love it. She just don't know it yet. Okay. Oh my God. Well, you need to let us know what she say. Well, since she don't know, we're gonna see what she say. Cause she like, hey, if she didn't think like my parents was, I'm the mama, I'm the daddy. Look, I don't care how old you get. You're never older than me. Oh man. All right, so Journey of Life says, hello everyone. Hope all is well this evening. Hello, Journey of Life. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. And if you're celebrating anything, non-scaled or scaled victories, let us know in the chat. And I hope you and your family are doing much better. I know you all were having some little illnesses, a little under the weather. So let us know in the chat. All right, Miss Nikki said, I modify according to what I can do. Right, exactly. Like I'm still healing from a broken foot, so the planks are done on my knees. Okay, cool. And I saw Evelyn do some, finish her plank challenge one day on her knees, and I thought that was neat. I never knew anybody to do that, so that was inspiring. Yep. Like okay. All right, so Evelyn says, congratulations, Traveling T. Right, that's a non-scale victory, honey. Just to get the maintenance? Yes. All right. Kyle Vlog says, hi, how are you, Kyle? I hope you're doing well. My day is going well. Yes, my week has been going well. And I hope yours is too. Let us know if you're celebrating anything in the comments. Let us know. Good evening. Yes, good to see everybody tonight. Yes, yes. All right. So, hello, she is Tamika. How are you doing? She says, hi, Kim J in chat. Hope you're doing well tonight. Gorgeous. So, let's see what Cal says. I'm doing good. Wonderful. I finally got done editing a video. Okay, good. I should have that up in about an hour. I would assume. Glad I got that out of my head. Thank God. But everything's good on my end. Good. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so beautiful. Color said, "Oh yes, Kim J and Miss Nikki. I modify when needed." Yes, we saw. I saw you. I saw you. I seen you. You're doing a fabulous job over there as well. Hmm. So Tamika says, "Stepping away for a minute, but listen." Okay, thank you, Tamika. Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, I think everybody is doing a fabulous job. I'm so happy, and I think it's beautiful to be able to see our community come together like this, doing our challenges. And you don't have to do every single one, right? Sometimes some people get challenge burnout, right? I remember somebody saying, we may need to kind of take a little break from it. And if you do, that's fine. Some people want to keep going. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. So Journey of Life says, unfortunately, still under the weather. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. So I hope you feel better. And Zepbound kicking my butt with fatigue just moved up to 7.5, so it's getting me. I understand all too well. Thank you for remembering. Yes. Non-scale Victor, I didn't let the scale get to me. Wonderful. Yes, yes. And that's what we should be that way. We should be that way. Not letting the scale get to you. When for some reason we see it go either stay stagnant, go up, you know, and even for some people go down. Like some people, they've maybe they're on maintenance and they still see the scale going down a little bit more than they wanted to, or they set a goal and then for some reason the medication is just working so good that they just keep dropping it. Like, wait a minute, hold up, I don't want to do that. What's going on? So, I understand that, for sure. I'm dealing with a little bit of the scale. I don't know what it want to do, but I am keeping hope alive, staying positive about it, and moving forward. Okay. So, but I do hope and pray that your family is better. Journey of Life, y'all feel better soon. And the fatigue, I used to get some fatigue on 7.5, maybe like the first 24 hours to 48 hours, I would feel, fatigue. And then it'll kind of go away. It doesn't take that long. Some people, it's like days in their fatigue. And some people, they start taking like B12, or, some people do energy drinks, and things like that. So yeah, hopefully you feel better. You can feel better soon and be able to, be more alert. Oh, coffee too. Coffee is something that is done as well. Kyle says nothing too much, just happening over here. But hopefully at some point we'll be getting our Halloween decorations out, and my parents are going to be going on a cruise. Okay, cool. And I'm going to be spending. Oh, you're going to do a sleepover? Okay. Um, with your grandpa. Oh, that should be so sweet. You should have. I'm hoping you have a great time when my parents are out on the cruise. Okay, and spend some time with the dog. Yes, that should be awesome for you. I hope so, Kyle. Okay, his name's Latope. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. Hope you have a great time, and I hope your parents have a great, time on their cruise. So Miss Nikki says, "Hope you feel better soon, Journey." All right. Evelyn says, "Praying for healing and recovery." Yes, in the name of Jesus. Yes, Cal says, "Nice." Cal says, "It's been hot over here in Florida lately, which is good. We need a break from the rain. But other than that, I've been enjoying the outside weather lately." Okay, cool. That's good. That's something that, that is good. And well, I don't, are you on a, like any kind of health journey, better health journey, Cal? Let me know. But for some people, it's a non-scale victory because you can get out and about, get the movement in. So for anybody, whether you're on a weight loss journey or not, better health journey, whatever, it's good to get your body moving. Your body was made to move. I remember one time when I actually tore my patella, and my doctor's wife was his nurse practitioner, and once I got home from having the outpatient surgery, I was sitting, laying in my bed, and they did not want me to, put my foot on the ground. I could not even touch the ground with that leg or that foot. And so they were, I remember at one point, all of a sudden I just felt, I was in the bed, and all of a sudden I felt this really, really sharp pain go through my whole leg, and it hurted so bad. I was scared to move the leg. I didn't know if I had missing tore it again. I didn't know what was going on. And so I was just like, okay, let me call them and find out what's going on, because I was scared. And so, she was like, well, your body is made to move. Don't just sit there, try to make sure you're moving. But because of the weight I was at, it was kind of hard to like move around on crutches and all that stuff. So, I was just like, I thought not moving it, letting it, heal, don't do too much movement, was good. But again, even in this journey, too little movement is not good. Too much movement is not good. So we got to find a balance. And that's, what it's all about, finding a balance. All right. Cal says, I'm sure we'll thank you. And everybody loves my grandfather's dog. I get tons of compliments and messages about little Toby. Sometimes I love it. Okay. When people leave nice. Oh, that's so sweet. Yep. Yep. I know what you're saying, especially about, animals. Okay. So, they're going to be gone for the 8 days. Okay. Oh, a Halloween cruise. That should be fun. Especially if they're into Halloween. Yes, that should be fun. I didn't know they did stuff for Halloween for a cruise. I know, they do little things, on cruises, different seasons, but I know Halloween. But I can see that. I get what you mean. I was outside on the patio with the pool all day today, but I do enjoy going out and doing stuff. Yes, yes. I don't like staying at home all the time. It's boring sometimes. It is. It can be boring. It can be stuffy. It can be boring. All of that. Yes. But it's definitely great to get out. Yep, yep. Yes. Thank you, Traveling T. Yes, like the live people. Thank you. Thank you so much. Go on, hit that like button. Show your girl some love. And you can come on into the chat if you want to as well. Just when you come, make sure you're coming with encouragement, enjoyment, and something that's going to be motivating to the community. All right. So, speaking around, okay, so Cal says, speaking around on cruises, I'm going to be going on one for 4 days. I will be throwing out some updates about the cruise whenever the time comes. Okay, cool. Okay, close to Christmas, or going on a Christmas cruise, going on a Christmas cruise. I can't even get it out. Cruise, going on a Christmas cruise. Okay, cool. That's awesome. I heard that's nice. I've never done a Christmas cruise before. Most of the time when I go, it's summertime or like spring, summer, and I've gone in the fall, but not cruise during Christmas time. So that should be nice. Or New Year's, I heard was really nice as well. So, yep. But y'all, I've told you all at some point that I had some issues with my blood sugars when I was on the 7.5 milligrams of Mounjaro, and I wound up going back down to the 5 milligram dose per my doctor's, suggestion or orders or whatever you want to call it. And so, right before then, I was doing my 7.5. The last 2 injections I had every 2 weeks is what he told me to do. So that's what I did. And I noticed that I had not been losing as much anymore as what I, had been doing. And so the scale was kind of started creeping up a little bit because I had to start eating more carbs with me having the low glycemic episodes, which means, my sugars were going too low. And so even though what's crazy and beyond me is that, being a diabetic, type 2 diabetic person, my sugars was very, very high when I first started my journey. Matter of fact, it was a 15.1 for those who do not know. And then I was able to get it down very fast to 5.5, which I'm sorry, 5.6, which is back in the normal range. That's the top of the normal range. And of course, 5.6 or under is the normal range. So with that being said, I was like, yes, I'm doing great. I'm losing weight. I am getting my A1C down and all of the things. My blood pressure's looking good, now compared to what it was. You know, my numbers, are looking better on my blood work. Even though I still have some things I still got to work on or whatever as time progresses, I think, they'll do good as well because I'm trying to get everything back in the normal range. But I noticed that once I went to that 7.5 milligram, I slowed down on losing the weight. And then for diabetics, they do say that sometimes it's harder to lose weight anyway. Some people can't lose much weight at all. So I'm grateful to God that I was able to drop, 74 pounds in 12 months. So even though, me being a diabetic, I also was able to, like I said, drop my A1C drop to 5.6 in 5 months, which is normally not, not it's not normal that people can do that. But with that being said, I had, of course, my lifestyle changes of, making sure I'm eating a low carb diet. Because I was on Mounjaro, I wanted to eat a high protein diet and a high fiber diet. So that's what I did. That regimen helped me, with the efforts of lowering my diabetes as well as, losing some weight. So I was thinking, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing the thing. And then I noticed that for some reason, my weight's kind of slowed down, and I know I hear people say that after 6 months, your weight will kind of start slowing down, especially if you're used to it going really, quick. Because my average was over 2 pounds a week, last year. And so I was like, okay, understandable, it's all good or whatever. Now, sometimes this year I did, lose a good little bit within that month's period, but I did notice as I kept going, I slowed down. Now, July 10th was my smallest weight, in 23 years. So I did get down. I was 253 when I started the journey, July 30th to 2024. Then I ended up being 177 July 10th, 177 point something. And so, like I said, about the 12-month period, I actually was at 74 pounds down. But I noticed, like I said, it was very slow, movement of weight loss. But my A1C went down to 5.5 in May. So I know it was working as far as my A1C, but them glucose levels, I kept getting the low sugars, and it was not crazy bad, but it was, there. And then I'm like, what can I do to, make it better? So I started titrating up in my carbs because I was very, very low, at one time. And so I was like, okay, I need to titrate up. So I went to 75, carbs a day. Then I went to like 100 carbs per day, like that. And so I was at 120 something carbs a day. And I'm like, I'm still getting these glucose lows, and it seems like it's getting worse. So that's why I told my doctor, I'm like, something got to give. And that's when they told me to go to that 5 milligram dosage. And it has been working, y'all. It has been working. So I'm happy to report that. I think I have only had one low since, and I pricked my finger still. So, but one low reading the times that I pricked my finger. And it was 68. And they want you to be over 70. So that wasn't too bad. So I'm happy about that. And I was about to go and eat. So it worked out, well for me. It went right on back up to where it's supposed to be. So I'm happy to report that. But like I said, that weight, honey, different story. Different story. So the A1C going down and the glucose levels, stabilizing, since I've been on the 5 milligrams have stabilized. some, but of course you just never know. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. You just never know how it's going to go. But again, I try to keep my smile on my face, try to live my sweet healthy life, and just keep it moving, y'all. So I just want to encourage somebody today, even with the smiles on my face, even with me, putting out stuff and enjoying, seemingly enjoying my life. I have those ups and downs too. Okay, I have them too. But what I love to do is not stay in that moment of sadness, or not, and making sure I'm not feeling shameful, not feeling bad about it, and not letting it linger. Whatever feeling that may come, because the feelings are going to come. The oh man, that's gonna come. But I'm just gonna keep it pushing, y'all. That's which is the key. Just keep pushing, trying to keep your mind, you know, on positive things, trying to find those non-scale victories that, that we can hold on to, grab hold to, and just trying to, you know, pamper yourself and, just enjoying your journey. Like I was talking about last week, falling in love with your journey. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be in betweens, and that's okay. That's life. Life be life, and like we say. So if we say it, we gotta, recognize it for real. We got to know that it's happening, and we got to know how to handle it when it does happen. So let me jump back in this chat real quick. So Cal says the most time I've enjoyed spending time at the mall. Okay, good, because I know you were saying you were gonna go to the mall. So I'm happy you had a great time there. All right. Okay, you saying okay, yes. People are shopping online a lot, so a lot, the mall is not as crowded as they used to be. So stores are going out of business. You're right. Hello, Jerlene. How are you doing, Miss Jerlene? I hope you're doing well. So happy to see you tonight, or see you in the chat. Yes, I miss you too. Are you doing good? I hope so. Yes. Okay, Kyle. All right. So Journey says to Evelyn, I and Nikki, thank you so much for her prayer, for their prayers. So Journey says I'm up 4 pounds, but pretty sure it's due to water retention. Yes, that's more than likely what it is, especially because you all been down, and you can't do as much because you're trying to take care of your family, as well as yourself. So hopefully it'll drop right on back down. When you get to get to moving again. First and foremost, make sure you all are good. Your health is more important than the weights, or whatever. But you still are over there doing good from what I heard. What was the last so what you were like 144, so you're like 148 now? Still not bad, still not bad, still doing good. And we know why, more than likely, like you said, it's water retention. And once you get back to at least 90%, you'll be all right. You'll see it going back in your favor. Okay, good. Yes, Cal. Okay, you're good. Good, good, good. All right. Okay. Good evening, Twan. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in tonight. Hope you're doing well. And if you're celebrating anything, non-scale or scale, let us know in the chat. Kim J, 2 pound average is amazing. Yes. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, thank you. Especially, with me being on, like I said, on Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes, that was amazing, and I give honor to God for that, so. Cal says, how's everybody doing? Good to know 5 milligrams is working. Yes. It's doing much better for that A1C, for that glucose, those blood glucose levels. I'll say that because I haven't checked my A1C since May. So we're going to check that, the next appointment. But, for right now, it definitely helps with my glucose to stabilize it a little more. So I'm happy about that. Again, it's better health for me. That's most important, not just weight loss. A loss. All right, Chaplain T says, congratulations. You made significant progress. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Cal says, yes. Hello, JC Calamity Jane. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Let us know if you're celebrating anything in the chat, scaled or non-scaled victories. I hope you, so we can celebrate with you. Cal says, you are not the only one that has ups and right. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people that go through the same exact thing. Yes. Yes, yes. You are so absolutely right. So we're here tonight to encourage each other, to let us know that it's okay. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Like I said, life be life and every now and again. And so we were never told that it was going to be a perfect journey. Never. And just think, when we say journey has those ups and downs, and those in betweens. So we just got to put on our seatbelt, embrace it, and just, like I said, enjoy the ride. Thanks for your transparency. You're welcome, Evelyn. Yes, keeping our minds on positive things. Correct. I often am reminded of Philippians 4, 6-8. And it talks about, making sure that what you're supposed to keep your mind on for those who, are Christians, looking at what you should keep your mind on. And definitely positive things, not nothing that's negative, that's going to bog you down. Because then, of course, guess what that's going to do? That's going to bring about high cortisol levels. And guess what? You're not going to lose no weight. You're going to gain weight, especially in the stomach area, and that ain't going to help you none, right? So you're already having issues because you're not losing weight. And then you have cortisol issues, and guess what? You're going to probably gain weight. So with that being said, we all going to have stressors in our lives, but the biggest thing is making sure that we manage it well to lessen our stress. Cal says, when did I say that to you when I was going to the mall? You said it last Tuesday on the live. All right, Pammy says, yay, I'm catching Kim J's live. Thank you, Pammy, for coming in. Hope you're doing well. If you are having any non-scale or scale victories, let us know in the chat. Everyone who's in the chat, make sure if you have not hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, what you waiting on? And if you're in the bushes, you can come on out. It's okay. We won't bite you. Yes, unless you come in here with the wrong attitude. All right. Okay, so Cal says, just bear with her, everyone. She's a little behind. Oh, yeah, it's fine. They know. I'll get to you. All right. I recall you mentioning that you like the mall. Yes, right. Yep. That's what he said, Evelyn. Hello, Mia. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Oh, you remember now, Cal? Yep. Jane says 5 milligrams has been heavily to my blood glucose levels. Heavenly. Let me say that again. Jane says 5 milligrams of Zepbound has been heavenly to her blood glucose levels. Awesome. Yes. Non-scale victory, y'all. And it's doing me mighty fine too. I was always wondering, should I have gone up that 7.5, to be honest? But I mean, it served its time. So, and it may come again. I don't know. But for right now, that 5 milligram is right on time for me, for my blood glucose levels. Hey, fabulous people. Miss Coco came in saying, how are you doing, Miss Fabulous? Hope you're doing well. Non-scale victory, Jane says, solving the Elevated glucose from last week. That's awesome, Jane. That's another non-scale victory because 5 is doing you well as you were able to solve the issue of elevated glucose levels. Meanwhile, your girl over here is solving that glucose low. So we can meet right on in the middle together. All right. So Jane says, we'll see scale victory tomorrow. Okay. I'm hoping that you do see that. Yes. All right. Hello, Vanessa. Amen. She said amen. Kim J. Yes. All right. So Cal says, I don't think there's negative things that can go wrong in a cruise ship as long as people are enjoying themselves and having fun. That's all that matters. So I don't see why there should be anything. Hey, like I said, you keep it positive and you're going to learn to enjoy your journey even more, as well as that cruise. Yes. I mean, we all live long life. Some people live long lives, some people don't live as long. But we just gonna thank God and we're gonna continue to live as healthy as we can, right? That's why we're on these journeys here, trying to make sure that we're reclaiming our health. Or if you are, on you're a healthy being, that's awesome. Praise God for that. Keep on keeping on. Naska Twan says, I can lay flat and feel my pelvic. You go, girl. I know that's right. Yes. All right, Twan. That's awesome, honey. That is awesome. All right. Hello, Z. How are you doing? She says, hi, Kim J and the Sweet Life Squad. Hoping everyone is doing well this Tuesday evening. Yes. Sounds like so far so good. All right, now non-scale victory for Miss Tamika. I'm building muscle and hanging in with the challenges. Awesome, awesome. Yay to you, Miss Tamika. Awesome, awesome. And thank you again for the wall sit challenge. Twan, you with the lunch challenge or lunch challenge. Thank you, thank you. Also, Miss Twan, it's about almost time for us to do the hula hoop challenge. Whoever wants to jump in on the 1st of the month of November, go check her channel out. She'll let you know about it. I see him, child. He said be mindful, y'all. Yeah. I think he's trying to help me out. All right. So Amir says, out of the bushes, shake them out, shake them out. Thanks for coming in. Twan, very nice. Right. Right. That's so awesome that you have that non-scale video, Twan. So Cal says, I just thought I'd throw it out because I knew you were going to be behind. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm trying to tell my little story, trying to give y'all a little bit more about Kim J. And so yeah, sometimes you'll get a little behind, but that's all right. We'll catch up. So it's up to you whether you feel like it's behind or if you just want to listen at what I got to say and you okay with being a little behind. It's all right. All right. So Kyle says, oh, yeah, JC. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, JC. I did not even know you were in here. My apologies. Hope you were having a wonderful day today. All right. So Pammy says, non-scale victory, being able to enjoy trying on clothes in the dressing room at TJ Maxx and Nordstrom. All right, Pammy. Awesome. I remember when because when I was heavier weight wise, I could not go to certain stores, right? And I could only go to certain stores, I should say. But when I found out I could, I started losing the weight and I was able to get into those, like kind of like any store, I was so excited, y'all. That was a non-scale victory for me. So being able to like go, to I say regular stores, but stores that, that is not just made for people that are overweight. I was so excited. So I understand where you're coming from, Pammy. And I know TJ Maxx and Nordstrom have, clothes that are for what they call it, women plus. But it's just nice to be able to go into, like I said, the regular numbers, the lower numbers. Nordstrom Rack. Okay, gotcha. You said, truth be told, it's Nordstrom Rack, not Nordstrom. Right, because Nordstrom is much more expensive than Nordstrom Rack. I gotcha. Still nice clothes though. All right, so Mia says, I'm packing up some ground flaxseed for my protein bowls tonight. Okay, cool. Yes, that ground flaxseed. That's my thing. Huh? That's my jam. What I use Badia flaxseed, ground flaxseed. Never had the regular flaxseed before. I always got the grounded flaxseed, and I like putting them in salads. I like putting them in vegetables, on top of vegetables. So once I cook them and put them on my plate, I put some on there, which you've probably seen, how I do it in my videos if you're watching them. Yep, yep. All right, so Traveling T says, at Jane, I really appreciate your contributions to this community. Yes, Jane has a lot to offer. Yes, she does. She's like the brain of this diabetic thing, honey. Oh my gosh, she knows all that scientific stuff, all that. She be on it, honey. She said she nerds out about it. Because she's a type 1 diabetic, and she's been living with it for a long, long, long time since she was a teenager, and she just have learned so much along the way, and she yearns to learn even more, and now she's trying to share it with us, so that we can make sure that we can be as healthy as we can be. Thank you so much, Jane, and thank you, Traveling T, for putting that out there, giving her flowers. She said, you're probably one of the few people with type 1 diabetics that we know that's in our community. Yes. Good evening, Miss Linda. How are you doing, sweetheart? I'm happy that you came in tonight, and I hope you're doing a great job um, with your weight loss journey. Let us know if you have any scaled or non-scaled victories to let us know, and we can celebrate with you. So Twan says, Pam, I tried to watch your Nigerian video, but you deleted it. Why did you do that? All right. So Jane says, at Traveling T, there are a few others, but their communities are a bit different. The two main ones don't do lives anymore, so it's hard to connect. Okay, understandable. I didn't even know that. One is a 1.5 LADA, latent autoimmune diabetes in adults. Okay, so that's what that LADA means. All right. Yeah, I didn't know that. But thanks for letting us know that we did have somebody in here. Cal is laughing. Hello, Nicole Thomas. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. All right. Cal says, anytime when I ever try to do a live stream, it's tough for me to read comments because of my eyesight. I understand that. I get it. I get it. Look, I get it. And that's fine. People with 100, 2020, I should say, not 100, but 2020 sometimes have hard times reading. So it's okay. It's understandable. You'll be back. Okay, great. All right. So Pammy says, Kim J, you are the Turtle Diarist sister, right? No, ma'am. I say sis because y'all are my part of my family. Y'all are my YouTube family. So that's why I say sis. So in that instance, yes, she is. I love her so much. That sweet tea she's talking about. All right. So Pammy says, yes, I only shop at Lane Bryant. You was only shopping at Lane Bryant. I got you. Yes. Yes, I shopped at Lane Bryant, Ashley Stewart, sometimes Torrid. Torrid was the most expensive, I think, of those three. But yeah, those are the main places I shop. Or I'll just get some like regular t-shirts from Target, like just regular, pullover shirts. I love my tees and my jeans. I shopped at Ross, places like that. Hajarine Annette, how are you doing, honey? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so Jane says, Kim, you are the brain too. You know, I started thinking about Pinky in the Brain. I said, when we talk again, I'm gonna say Pinky in the Brain. I gotta find out what Pinky is though before I say Pinky in the Brain. I just said it in a different way. That's all. I do know a little something, something, y'all. I do. But yeah, all the like scientific and the all that other stuff that the high level stuff, you own it, girl. You are on it. Um, you just have comedy to it. That's what I like laughing, y'all. I really do. So Beautiful says, what does ground flaxseed taste like? To me, it's like a little nutty flavor. It has like a little slight nutty flavor, but not too much to where it's gonna, make your food taste all weird. Yeah, that's how that is. And I'm a texture person, so I didn't know if I was gonna like the just a regular flaxseed. So I was like, yeah, let me just get the ground flaxseed. And when I was on keto back in the day, I bought some, like a little small pack, because you can buy a little small pack. I got it from Walmart at the time. And I was like, I'm gonna try it. I heard it's good, for you, whatever. But I never tried it. That thing went bad. It went bad. So when I got on this journey here that I'm on to reclaim my health, I decided, let me go ahead and get these ground flaxseed and see how it goes, because it's good for heart health, y'all. So for those who have hypertension or really diabetes, any kind of comorbidities, it definitely is going to help with your heart, to find heart healthy things. It also has they have a lot of fiber, so it's good, help you, get your fiber goal, meet your fiber goals. So that's why I like, including that in my regimen. Kyle says already, I'm back. Okay, okay, welcome back, honey. All right, so Pammy said we need 3 more thumbs up to match the number here. Thank you, Pammy. Okay, so Kyle says, speaking around Christmas time, whenever I hit 3,000 sub mark, I want to do something very special for everyone, hoping I can reach the goal around Christmas time. Hopefully you will. And that would be awesome. Beautiful. It tastes like dirt. No, it does not. Are you tasting it by itself? What is going on, Miss Tamika? Come on, gorgeous now. Really? Don't listen to her. Do not listen to her. It don't taste like no dirt. No. Evelyn, go ahead and try it. Get a little small pack and see how you like it. If you want to try it, of course. And don't force anybody to, but I mean, I am very, very picky. Very, very picky eater. So, and I like it. But I like nutty stuff. So, there you go. All right. So Jane says, Evelyn, it's a nutty flavor. See? To throw on. Right. Salads, oatmeal, sweet potatoes, all that. All of that. Thank you, Jane. All right. So Twan says, Pam, are you I'm not reading that. Okay, so Evelyn says, oh no, I was going to try it, but it sounds like it's an acquired taste. It is not. Try it, Evelyn. Don't be scared. Try it. Try to find one of them little packs. See if you can find one of them little packs in the little area where you I think at the time I found it in Walmart, but it was some years and years ago. But I want to say it might have been like where the seasonings were. And you know how they have like the clothes, but they're in like the little packet. I think that's where I found it at that time. That way you'll know. Don't just go off. That's this 3 people talking. It's a lot of people eat flaxseed. So, hey, do you eat chia seed? That's the thing I'm scared of right there, because that thing grow and all. I don't know. So Pammy says, plus I'm trying to find chia that is grounded. I'll try that if I can find grounded chia seed. And I think they have it on Amazon. So I may try it one day. Pammy says, do you mean me or another Pam? I haven't been to Nigeria. Okay. Okay, Kyle says, I thought that out there, just in case if somebody was ever curious whenever they bump into my streams. Okay, gotcha. Okay, this is your second time going live. All right. So they see you in the comments, Kyle. So with this community, I'm telling you, if you want somebody to follow you over here in the, like the GLP-1 community, weight loss community, better health community, less is more. I'm telling you right now, less is more. So, put it out there. But, I know like on Kenny K's lives and things like that, that's what they promote, to keep shouting at your channel or whatever. But in our community, it's like say it and then, kind of leave it there. And they'll come over if they want to, check you out. But the more you say it, the less they're going to come. Just saying. I'm just letting you know. All right. So, not trying to be mean, just letting you know what the real deal is. All right. So, Twan says you're short that you tagged me in. All right. Samika says, don't mind me. I don't like flaxseed, but like Jane said, you can cook with it. Yes. Right. You see, I'm talking about dirt. Twan says the video you posted on here. Jane says, haha, Pinky has common sense. Okay, I couldn't remember. I mean, I know my kids used to look at Pinky in the Brain back in the day. All my kids grown, so it's been way back in the day. But yeah, I couldn't remember. All right, so Beautiful Colored said, hi, Harji, sorry. And JC Calamity Jane, maybe I might try a small dose of flaxseed. Yes. And to see if it's worth the health benefits. I think it is. All right. So Miss Jerlene said, oh, I'm sorry, Jerlene. We cleared that up before, you had, something going on and you had to, kind of step away for a little bit. Okay, Jerlene. All right. So she says, seeing my endocrinologist today, down from 291 pounds, 116 pounds. But because I had gastro bypass years ago, I'm going to always be deficient in some vitamins. Understood. Mounjaro 5 milligrams has been great for me. Awesome, Jerlene. Awesome. That's great. I am, I'm so happy that you was able to be on the 5 and it worked for you. I understand about the gastric bypass as well. Yes, you have sometimes difficulties getting your vitamins in because of, the surgery that you had to have. And that's understandable. I know people that have had the gastric bypass, or had the lap band or, all of those little surgeries like that. It is sometimes harder for them to, eat a little bit more because of what they had to do to their stomachs or your stomach, so that, so therefore, you do have a smaller stomach or, whatever. So I do understand that. So I know they have like special vitamins for you all to take. What is it? The bariatric vitamins. And even some people on the GLP-1 have, they're taking bariatric vitamins, or those who may have had, GI issues where they may have had to get their gallbladder taken out. They may take those vitamins. Sometimes, our doctors may say, hey, you need those. So hopefully, you find something that can help you to make sure that you're getting enough vitamins and minerals, Jerlene. And best of luck on your continued journey. And then awesome for, you being able to, meet your weight loss goals. All right. Yes, Twan. All right. Great news, Jane said to Jerlene. Yes. Twan is congratulating, as well as Tamika. Hello, Felicia Marie B. How are you doing? You're right on time, sweetie. You're right on time. All right. So Pam says, oh, YouTube blocked it because of the music, and I tried to repost it. They blocked that too. I did a duet of their wall air. 4 ladies in Nigeria were doing a wall sit challenge. Okay, gotcha. All right. So Jane says, at Evelyn, I think chia had more fiber, but I just don't like how chia seeds expand. Yeah, I don't like the expansion thing either. That wows me out. Like, nope. I ordered some ground chia, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, please let me know, please, because I want to try it. Like I said, But I was kind of afraid of that because of the expansion thing going on. Mm-mm. I ain't like that. So I'm gonna look it up real quick. This just is let me see. Have more nutrients. Because that would be a good thing to know than flax. Be a good thing to know. Because I know a lot of people in this journey does, they like chia seed as well. So it says, yes, chia seeds generally have more nutrients than flax seeds, particularly in fiber and certain minerals like calcium, iron, and selenium. However, both are highly nutritious and offer unique benefits. Chia seeds provide more fiber and are a complete protein, while flax seeds are higher in omega 3s and the and antioxidants. All right, so there you go. Okay. So chia seeds, they say, are higher in fiber, calcium, iron, selenium, and phosphorus. And then flax seeds are higher in omega-3 fatty acids. Uh, is it lignans, lignans, which flax seeds are a rich source of these plant compounds, which have antioxidant properties. Okay. Thiamine and copper. Okay. So that's that, y'all. Just wanted to share that because that was something I was wondering as well. Thanks, Jane. Look at us learning some more. And that was Dr. Google, y'all. The AI of Dr. Google. All right. So Shia Smith says, I guess I'm the silly. I'm the silly because I didn't taste anything nutty. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Because actually, when I put it in my foods, I really don't taste it much at all, to be honest. I'm just eating my little food. I'm enjoying it and keeping it moving. But I've tasted it like, how you have little crumbs on the plate and you want to just kind of, especially if it's like ranch and I love me some ranch, I may do that to that plate and do that. So now I'm tasting it a little bit more. Or sometimes, if I'm putting it on my toast, because I do it, I use it on jelly toast too. So, I put my butter on that toast, put that great preserve on there. I use Skinny Girl Great Preserve because it does have some fiber to it as well, and it's low in carbs. And then I put flaxseed on top, grounded flaxseed. And sometimes, because I'm using a little spoon to put the flax, it goes out on the plate. I'll lick that thing right off that plate. So that's how I know it's, a little nutty. And it's a very light nutty taste. It's not nothing that's going to jump out at you. All right. So Jarlene says, thank you, community, for well wishes. Yes. Oh, I did. Tracy the Twine's Life says, oh, I did it, Pam, for you. Okay. So Jane says, at Tamika, not silly. I think things just taste different to people. Well, that's true. That's true. That's so true. All right. So Linda says, my AC. Let me see if I can find Miss Linda. I don't see. What's your AC, sweetie? All right. So make sure I ain't miss her comment. All right. Let us know what you're talking about, Miss Linda. For some reason, it may have come because I know sometimes when I type, I try to type, and then next thing you know, it unsent, and so I have to try to retract it, and hopefully the person won't read it, but sometimes they do. So go ahead and let us know what you're talking about. All right. So Pammy says, continue from above, and the men brought over some heavy stones into their lap, so I try to do it with a weight, but yeah, it got blocked. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right then. Okay, so Mill says tastes like pecans. Yeah, that's what I think. And I love pecans too, y'all. So, but like I said, it's just a light though. It's a light taste. Yes, it is, Kim J. Trust me, beautiful. No, don't trust her. Don't trust her. Trust her with everything but that, Evelyn. All right. So Jane says, Amazon has grounded chia seed. Yes, mine coming tomorrow. Okay, cool. Yeah, let us know how it tastes and what brand you got if you like it. All right. Okay, correction. 216 pounds. Oh, okay. She talking about, I wish I was 116 because we're like, well, congratulations to you. But still, congratulations to you, Darlene. Yes, that's still awesome. So let me see, because I forgot. Okay, so from 291, Miss Darlene has she went from 291 to 216. Still awesome, still awesome. I love it. Congratulations. And she is Tamika. Don't laugh at her, Evelyn. Not for this. All right, Cal says, I understand. Thank you so much for throwing that out there. Yes, just want to, let you know. Appreciate it. It's all good. It's not you. I try my best and I appreciate though. Yes. We all do. Yes, I understand. And you should try your best. I like that. All right. I wonder how Kendi K is doing. I haven't heard from her since a couple. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't been over there lately myself. Hopefully everything is okay. Well, she was just had a birthday, so she may be out there celebrating. She turned a big 5-0. All right. That's amazing, Jerlene. Felicia says. All right. Okay. All right. Well, have a good one. Peace. All right. So Pam says, Jolene, I had gastric bypass 25 years ago. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry, I'm talking does doses of Shani. Got the name right this time, honey. Hi, Kim and everyone. Got off work late. That's all right. Hope you had a great time at work today. Hope your day is going well. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming in just in time. Tamika says hi to you. Shani says, hey, she is Tamika, and Tamika is she. That's gorgeous, y'all. All right. And then Perry says, yes, great advice. I was bad about taking my vitamins and calcium for years, but I got back into taking the bariatric vitamins again. Great. Hope it's serving you better now. Yes. Have a wonderful day. You too, Kyle. You too. All right. So Linda says, okay, there you go. My A1C. That's what I thought you were talking about your A1C, but all right. So your A1C have went down from 6.2 to 5.8. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Non-scale victory. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm so excited for you. Yes, yes. My blood pressure is in another range. I'm sorry, it's in a better range. It's out of the 140s. Awesome, awesome. Yes, yes. Now readings are 128 over 70. That is in the normal range, y'all. So that's 6.2. She's now to a 5.8 on her A1C. And she has normal blood pressure, 128 over 70. Now, of course, the true normal that we know is 120 over 80. But like they do allow you to go a little over now. They have more of a range, I guess you can say. And so 128 over 70, at least on my blood pressure monitor, it says it's in the green. So I'm excited for you, Linda. I'm so excited. Yes. You know how often it's hard. Sometimes it's so hard. Some people never get their blood pressure down. Some people be on 3, 4, 10 medications. So that is awesome that now you can say that you are able to be in the normal range. How about that? Awesome, awesome. All right. So Pammy says, I've been putting chia seeds and flax seeds in my overnight oats, and I had protein powder and a shake and shake too. Okay. I'm sorry. Look, and I add protein powder and shake too. I have been putting chia seeds and flax seeds in my overnight oats, and I add protein powder and shake too. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know that. Give somebody some ideas. All right. So Chia Smika says exactly. Chia seed is a yes. A yes. And has no taste. Okay, but it blows up. I don't know about that. All right. So again, Miss Jane, let us know how it tastes. Let me know. Anyway. All right. Okay, so Cal said, thank you. Thank y'all for telling Cal. See him later. Have a good night, Cal. All right, so Jerlene says, hi Pam. It's been over 25 years for me too. Okay, cool. I do need more vitamins. I do take B12 each month. Okay, great, great, great. So do you use the bariatric vitamins too, Miss Jerlene? All right, Pammy says, Twan, I was thinking I was in trouble for a minute. The sad part is it was the day 5, and I tagged you since it was your challenge for us. All right, all right. Beautiful. Color says, yes, thank you, Jen and Kim J. Very helpful, useful information. You're welcome, sweetheart. All right. Tamika says, I had flax seeds in my oatmeal, and she didn't like it. Not going to say that. That N word. Not going to say it. Not saying that. Y'all see it. I don't believe it. Can't believe it. But again, like Jane says, everybody has different taste buds. So who knows? I wonder if it was the brand you had. I remember my sister Twan said that what was it? The bone broth that me and you said it was so good, or we were fighting over the, saying words over it, which one was better, whatever. And she was like, ugh, I don't like it. But she tried to drink it on her own, by itself, and then found out that was a bust. But then later on, I saw when she was on that liquid diet, or I'm sorry, that liquid fast, my bad. And she was like, I used it in something, and yeah, it works. She was on a liquid and vegetable fast. So yeah, she was just like, oh, okay. I see what y'all talking about now. Yes. You have people over here thinking that my stuff on my channel ain't good, Tamika. All right, so that's my little sis, y'all. I'm just bothering her. Okay, so Felicia Marie B says, I love flaxseed. Thank you, Felicia. There's another lover of flaxseed in the house. Yes, yes. Pam says, I think all the protein powder and Nori protein liquid must be covering up any taste issues of flaxseed. I add in cinnamon too. Could be, but it's still good, y'all. All right. Pam says, I love all kinds of nuts. Me too. Pecan, almond, etc. Whichever. So maybe that's why I like flaxseed. Right. That's me too. Pam 5-day wall sit challenge was me. Only the daring creators did 7 or more. Thanks for clearing that up, Miss Tamika. All right. So beautiful. Color says, that is awesome, Jerlene. Congratulations. Yes, yes. All right. So Michelle says, non-scale victory for me. I'm new. I'm a new provider. Let me see. I don't understand. I'm new provider said I can cancel. My new provider said I can cancel. Is that what you're saying? Clear it up for me so I can understand what you're saying, Michelle Smira. I don't. Okay, you don't do chia seeds grounded, Miss Linda. I got it. I got you. I'm back. All right. Thank you, Twan, for coming back. Hello, everyone, she says. For those who she has not, seen, the ones that came in after she was here earlier. All right. Michelle Zamira says, non-scale victory. My new PCP said I can cancel my telehealth. Oh, okay. Thank you for clearing that up, honey, because I was like, huh? All right. So, non-scale victory. My new PCP said I can cancel my telehealth for my MJ and weight management. That's a cost savings. When I say that's a non-scale victory for a person, yes. Because we need to be able to save some coins, y'all, right? We all love saving coins. So that's awesome, Michelle. Thanks for sharing with us. All right. Linda says, congratulations, Jerlene. All right. So Felicia says, hi, Twan and gorgeous. She is Tamika. Why, Michelle? Woohoo! Linda McDuffie. All right. Pammy says, she is Tamika. Now I wonder if it was just the last day, day 5. Don't look, honey. Honey. You might have to go back and check your thing out and see who said what when. Oh Lord, you may look. We done been doing so many different challenges, honey. Yeah. Sometimes it might be hard to keep up. I'm not sure, but anyway, go check check yourself, check everybody out, and see what they're doing. See who doing what, so we can make sure we saying the right name, so that if others want to, join in, they can. Well, and they'll know who to look for, of course. All right, so she is Tamika. I can tell you she did the wall sit challenge. For those who may be listening or don't know, or want to jump in where they can fit in, she is Tamika is doing the wall sit challenge. Tracy Latoine's life is doing the lunge challenge. Now the wall sit challenge, I forgot to say, it is over. It was a 5-day thing, but if you want to continue to do it or jump in at any time, you can jump in. Just think about that double Dutch rope. Jump in when you can. Jump in where you fit in. It's a great challenge to do, the wall sit challenge. So if y'all want to do that, then go ahead and do it. If you want to level up a little bit, go ahead on and, check our channel and let her know. Put at She Is Tamika, or what, hashtag She Is Tamika, if you're going to do the wall sit challenge. Now, if you're going to do the lunch challenge, go ahead on and tag my girl. These two are my sisters, y'all. All right, so go ahead on tag Tracy Latoine's life in that thing and let her know that you are there to support her and that you are doing the challenge that she spearheaded, which is the lunch challenge. So lunch challenge, Tracy Latoine's life. Wall sit challenge, She Is Tamika. The what is it called, squat challenge, we had a squat challenge, y'all. That was great. That was by Miss Toy Review. I can never remember the numbers behind her name, but check her out and make sure you tag her if you decide to come along with that challenge is over too, but you can always jump in. Okay, I'm sorry, Tamika. Okay, Tamika says, I saw the short and commented it was day 5. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting Pammy know that. All right, so beautiful. I'm colored. Congratulations, Linda. Michelle's Mirror says, I don't know if I wrote correctly. My PCP will be managing my care for weight management. I got you. I understood, but thank you for clearing it up. Because people in the chat, we want to make sure they understand where you're coming from and be able to celebrate the non-scale victory, the right way. You know what they're celebrating, right? That is awesome. Once again, Michelle, I'm so excited for you. That just being able to save money is what we need right now. Definitely. All right. So doses of Shani. Sorry. Look, I'm so busy. I love to say Shani for some reason. I don't know. Doses of Shani says, good for you getting it down. Yes. All right. So Linda says, thank you, everybody. You are welcome. Yes, Kim J. It also helps with appetite suppressant. Yes. It does. Because, when you take in something that has fiber, it does expand your stomach. I just don't want to expand while I'm trying to, eat it. Okay. Like the Metamucil of it all. If I've tried that before when I first started my journey, and that also is very good for fiber. It also can help you, use the bathroom, do number 2. Fiber in general can help. That's why we want to make sure that we're getting enough of it, y'all. Sometimes with people that are GLP-1, bariatric surgery, things like that, or a person that may be losing weight too fast, women, men, all of us, we may need more fiber. That's why I always say, get with your dietitian, with your doctor. If you're having constipation issues, you may have to up your fiber, but, don't do what I do. Like I do 35 grams per day. Okay, I upped it from the recommended 25 grams of fiber per day to 35. I talked to my dietitian slash nutritionist. She's both. And she told me to go ahead and try 35 milligram. I mean, I'm sorry, 35 grams of fiber per day. And that has helped me, alleviate constipation. Because I did have a little bit of constipation on the 5 milligram dosage. Not too crazy though. And then when I went to the 7.5, I started having a lot more. And so hydration helps a lot. Fruit and vegetables, which you can get hydration from fruits, and some veggies, as well as this fiber increase can help as well. For those who have constipation, I know that's one big thing that people have is constipation. So Miss Shia Tamika is letting us know appetite suppressant, it does help as well. Fiber. Okay, more fiber. That flaxseed, that chia seed, those things help too. Thank you for that tip, Miss Tamika. All right, so Jane says, that is good. That is good. I hope, Michelle. Yes, yes, that is. I think that is good for her. Saving money, that's good, honey. She could be putting that towards her kids or herself or whatever. Putting it up for her retirement. Yes. All right. So Tamika says, congratulations, Miss Linda. Beautiful says, cost savings for the win. Yes, cost savings is definitely a win. All right. Twan says, oh, that's great, Michelle. Yes. You said what you said, but I ain't reading it. And what you gonna do? Don't give me too much, little sis. Don't give me too much now. All right. So Felicia says, that's amazing, Michelle. Right. All right. So Jolene says, I will be purchasing those special vitamins first thing tomorrow. Okay, cool. Normally the doctor lets you know that, bariatric vitamins are good for you, especially when you have surgery. But since you had it so long ago, Miss Jolene, they may not have, I don't know if they were saying it back then or not. But yeah, I hear people talk about it more now than ever. Yeah, that bariatric vitamins are good for you when you have that type of surgery. All right. So Beautiful says, hello, Felicia. All right. Twan says, I didn't want to waste my money. Right. Yeah, I got it. Michelle says, I struggled with my last PCP, so I went to telehealth. Okay, that explains it, even more. This PCP shows he cares. He told me in September he will be here to help, and again yesterday. So I am going to let him. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm happy you're able to find somebody. That's a non-scale victory in itself. Being able to find somebody that wants to take care of you, that cares and hears you out, that's trying to find, you're not just a number, but he does care for you, and want to see your success. So I'm happy about that, Michelle. Awesome, awesome. All right. So Felicia says, hello, Evelyn. All right. Michelle says, thanks, everyone. All right. Flax seeds are delicious on peanut butter. Thank you, Miss Twan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I put it on my peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter jelly time. I don't know if y'all remember that video. I had fun on that video. And I saw Miss Twan do the same. Yes. All right. Twan says, I like it in my cereal. There you go. That's another way y'all can put it in there. Thanks, Twan, for letting us know that, which you have also shared on your channel. All right. Dropping these gems tonight. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. Jerlene says, you guys are tempting me to try flaxseed, especially if it tastes like pecans. I'm telling you right now, Miss Jerlene, as many videos I done dropped pouring that flaxseed. Now, what I try to do, y'all, first, I try to show y'all the pretty way, right? Without the flax. Because, people are like, oh my gosh, flaxseed. But then I throw that flaxseed on because I want to let y'all know that I'm getting it in, okay? I'm getting that fiber in. Surely am. Go ahead and try it, Mrs. Jolene. It ain't gonna hurt you. Like I said, you can see if you can find one of them little small packs. It definitely is very beneficial. So, it's up to you though. No pressure, no pressure. And I ain't no doctor, look, no nutritionist, no nothing. I'm just Kim J living her sweet, healthy life, But I am somebody. How about that? All right, so Tamika says, I didn't taste that, Jerlene. Okay. Honey, sorry for that. I'm so sad that you have, had that not so good moment with that flaxseed. But hey, at least you like chia, so that's good. So you can get some fiber in, so that's still good. Love your chia, honey. Love that chia. Oh my God. But look, get all off my flaxseed now. Okay. All right. So Pammy says, she is Tamika. I'm glad you saw that. I did day 5, even thought YouTube blocked that one. Maybe I should record a new one though, because I want to have my 5 days, and maybe I'll do 2 more days. You, hey, do you, okay? Because we're gonna do us. All right, so beautiful says, okay, I'm going to for sure try them and make a short review on the taste. Stay tuned. Okay, Delight of Flight over there. Go ahead and do it, honey. All right now. All right. Jarlene says, hello, beautiful. I am colored. Thank you. Now let me ask you, I'm sorry. Let me go back to beautiful. Miss Evelyn. Do you like pecans? Pecans, whichever you want to call it. Let me know in the chat. All right. So Jarlene says, thank you. All right. So Miss Doses of Shiny says, hi, Twan. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Twan says, hi back. Video yet, Miss Shiny? We would love to see it. All right. So Tamika says, you did great, Pam, and everyone else who participated. Thank you, Miss Tamika. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again, sis, for challenging us and bringing the community together. That's what I think these challenges do. They bring the community together, and give us something to, enjoy, right? Some people probably feel like, I don't know about enjoyment, but but it's going to help you in the long run, right? It's going to help you in the long run. I do want to say something, y'all. Make sure, just because Tamika or Twan can lift these heavy weights doesn't mean that you got to go lift the heavy weights too, right? Just because you see me doing little things, playing around, having a good time with, my challenge, the challenges that I have been doing, that they've put out, doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing. Okay. You do what you can do. You do want to push, a little bit, push yourself a little bit, right? But don't push to where you're going to hurt yourself. Okay. It's me versus me and you versus you. It's not me versus you and you versus me. Okay. Know that. All right. Y'all got it? Okay. So yes, the wall sit is over. Yes, it is. But I know some people, like, for instance, Miss Linda from Linda's Journey, sweet Linda. She stated that she's doing, some of the challenges. She's continuing doing those challenges. I think that's so sweet. That is, and I think it's going to be good for her. She's been doing a really, really great job on her channel. Go check her out if you have not seen her. And she's coming out of her, shell so much, and I love it. Her and her husband get together, that duo. I like it. I like it. Yes. That he is, supportive of her growth. Mm-hmm. All right. And then one day I remember, she thought she was doing 30 seconds of the wall sit. And honey, he like, oh no, you at 40. And she like, wait a minute now. He always trying to make me do more. I thought that was too cute. Look, I'm like, he is an accountability partner. He is her life partner, her husband. He's so sweet to her. Yes, I love their love. Anyway, so Jarlene says, Felicia, thanks. So happy to check out your videos. Yes. Felicia over there doing a great job. She did her first live yesterday. It was wonderful. I was so proud of her. Tamika says, I didn't do my lunges today. You got to do them? Okay, so Twan, I have not done lunges. I don't know why I keep wanting to say lunges. So sis, I have a little knee issues, and I'm like, I tried to do a little bit yesterday. And I'm like, okay, that is hurting really, really bad. So again, like I was just saying, you do what you can do. You know, don't go too much past your limit and then hurt yourself. I want to be able to walk. So I was like, okay, that I don't know if I can do. So that's where I'm at with that. And I was, told in the chat, I know, like, for instance, earlier in the chat, I said, I saw that, Miss Nikki said, you can modify as well too, which is so true. Not sure how to modify lunges though. Not sure. Guess I can look it up and see. But yeah, that's why you haven't seen my challenge of lunges. But I think I will be jumping back on the hula hoop challenge in November. Because I know you're doing it in November and December, correct? If I'm not mistaken, and that's what you're still doing. Yes, I'll do that. And I did it the first time, you put it out there. Get to it, Coach T. All right, so Pam says, Kim J, you should see how I was trying to keep up with the pace on Twine's short yesterday, and then I realized it was sped up. Looks funny. Got you up, see what I'm talking about? You got to do what you can do. You don't know what people out here doing, and Twine gonna get it done regardless. She just probably speeding up to try to get it to a certain length or whatever. Because some people, they have issues, looking at full videos for some reason. So, that could be it. I'm not sure why. But I can tell you one thing, two things for sure. My sister over there doing a thing, okay? But don't try to do what she do. Look, like I said, don't compare. Never compare. Do what you can do. All right. What suits you best? All right. Jolene says, Harjarine, thanks so much. All right. So I'm sorry. Pammy says, Tamika, we can still get it done. Yeah, you can get it done. You can do it. Yep. Tomorrow, Tamika says. Hey, do you, boo-boo. All right. Jolene says, non-scale victory. Another one. A1C from 6.9 to 5.7. But doctor said if my numbers go any lower, it's possible I can. Let me see. But doctor said if my numbers go any lower, it's possible I can. Let's see, lose her insurance coverage on Mounjaro. So y'all, now that you mentioned that, Jerlene, I said earlier in the chat that I had not gotten my A1C checked or went to my endocrinologist since May. It was I supposed to go back on Thursday, right? But I've heard so many people say something about, oh, if you go into, a certain low, your levels get so low, and it stays that way, then some insurance companies don't want to cover it anymore, right? Because the medication, of course, is very, very expensive. So I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, what? And I'm like, but I heard, my insurance company did say in January, because I checked, because I kept hearing people say that, and I'm like, let me check. So they told me as long as your doctor says you need it, then they will cover it. Now that was Blue Cross Blue Shield, and of course there's so many different plans, under Blue Cross and Blue Shield. So I'm not sure, what your plan or who you are covered by, who your insurance company is. But when I heard that, I was like, okay, I was 15.1 July of last year, right? Which is crazy high. Okay. But then I went back to a 5.6 in January when they checked, which is back in the normal range. That's 5 months, which is awesome, right? Then now I'm having these, I was having the low sugars, low blood glucose sugars, and I'm like, oh gosh. So now I'm getting nervous, y'all. I'm like, oh my goodness. So then May 5.5 was my A1C, and I'm like, okay, so this is the second normal. So if I go in October and it's normal, that's the third normal. So I may be considered in, what is it, remission? Let me see. Hold on, because I get them confused every time. I don't know why. I'm pulling it up, y'all. Hold up. I like telling y'all the truth. I mean, whatever I can really quick. Especially when I'm like, uh, uh. So just a moment, if you don't mind. If you have to go, I understand. All right. So, wow. Okay. So let's see. Remission is the medically preferred term for type 2 diabetes, defined as having an A1C below 6.5% for at least 3 months without medication. Reversal is an older term that implies a complete and permanent cure. But there was somewhere we were saying it could be with or without medication. I think remission is that. So with that being said, that had me a little scared, y'all. And I was like, okay, I don't want to go to the doctor in October. I might need to wait to January at least. So so I did not get my blood work checked today. And I'm like, yeah, can I cancel the appointment? So I will be making another appointment soon. For it, but I'm just look being transparent. I was scared. I'm like, I don't need them to take my Mounjaro, because just think, if they take it away, who's to say it's not gonna go right back up? And now what, we gonna go on, those other medications, and now I'm having to take a pill every, day again. I don't want to do that. No, and I'm still not, done with my weight loss journey. It's put to the side a little bit, but I'm not done with it, y'all. So I don't want that. Nope. So with that being said, yeah, that's how I felt about that situation. Um, so I'm gonna re schedule it, but I just ain't want to do it in October. Um, so reversal, again, I looked at one more thing, equals glucose controls restored, may still use medication. That's reversal. And then remission is glucose control restored without medication for months. And then, of course, cure for diabetes, there's no cure, not currently possible, because insulin resistance can return. That's what they say. And I got that from our friendly chat GPT. So with that being said, yeah, I could possibly be considered being, in reversal after the third blood work test and coming back under 5.6, which would be a good thing, right? For me, at least, I think it's good. But I'm like, don't take my Mounjaro away. Wait a minute, hold up. I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. But even if you don't, I mean, that was my decision. All right, so but I'm going to talk to my I have a call into my nurse to just have a little conversation with her before I make my appointment. I just told a lady today, I was like, I'm going to reception today. I'm like, I'm going to cancel this appointment for Thursday, and then I'm going to talk to the nurse and see what she offers. Because some people, I know I heard someone else that's in our community that is on Mounjaro, and their doctor spread their blood work for A1C checks and blood glucose tests out a little bit so that they won't have that issue. All right, so doses of Shani says, at Twine, I have, but having trouble editing them. I was going to reach out to you and tell you I'm almost done. Okay, there you go. There you go, front and center, Miss Twine. She is almost done. Now that's not, I guess the people, I don't know if they call it non-scale victory, of course, but it is about sharing your journey. So I think that's still good, y'all. Okay, we will be waiting on your videos, Miss Shani. Yes, I tried to edit one and my head is halfway cut off in my video now. You know what? Remember, I don't know if you remember the video. I saw the video where my head was half cut off. And I just thought about, and I was doing one of the challenges. I was doing the squat challenge. And my head, it was just like, I was like, maybe like that. Okay. And I was like, oh yeah, I got to do these squats over again. So Michelle, Mira cousin, she called it out perfectly. She's like, in her live one day we were talking, and she was like, oh yeah, Kim J probably has done 2-3 minutes of that wall sit challenge, but she just showing us the 30 seconds of it. You darn skippy. So what I did that last day of it, the day 5, I decided, give y'all some things that I've been going, that I was going through as I was doing it. I wanted to get a good 30-second one, but I also want to get, I said, let me go and give them these bloopers on the things that I've been going through. I'm thinking, oh Lord, look at my stomach. It's looking like a big old tire around my belly. So I ain't like that. Then it was, that's perfectionist in me, y'all, though. Tire around my belly. Then I was, at one point I was like, okay, I'm sitting at this wall and my legs can't make me get up, So if y'all notice in the video, I'm either dropping down to the floor because these legs are tired at this point because I done did it about 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 times. But these 30 seconds, but or you can see me like I'll hold my head back on that wall and then I'll ease up with my head. Because them things, that wall sit ain't no joke, y'all. But it's making our legs stronger. It's making our muscles, be built, right? Which we need because we've been on this weight loss journey, this better health journey. And, especially if you're losing weight really fast, you want to preserve that muscle. Or if you're getting older, which you are because you're living, right? So, yeah, I was like, honey, listen here. So when I did them bloopers, I had a great time, y'all. When I saw my face, when that resistant band popped, oh my goodness, I was like, I gotta put this out there. And we were just talking about bloopers. I did bloopers before one time on my video. It was my pure protein video, but this one here, it just like that thing there had me cracking up. So I was like, oh yeah, I got to show them this. I got to show them this. Yeah. So best of luck, Miss Shani, on your editing as well as your premiere video. Can't wait to see it. Hello, Level Up Stress Down. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Oh my, Twan says. All right. So Pammy says, I keep wanting to add good music to my challenge videos and YouTube never likes them. Now, normally, like if you want to do a short, like a 1 minute short, matter of fact, just say 59.58 second, 59, what is it, seconds? Yeah, 59 seconds point, what is it, milliseconds, 59 milliseconds. If you do it that way, you can get a good song. They won't block you or whatever. But if you're doing anything over that minute or over, minute point one over, then yeah, they're not gonna let you use no music. Not at all. The only music you can use is the free music. Okay, unless you're paying for music outside of YouTube. I'm not sure if you can pay for music, YouTube music, but yeah, only if you're doing that. So that may be what the issue is, Miss Pammy. All right, Miss Ann, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for coming in, honey. All right, Miss Nia says, hello, little sister, at Felicia Marie. Kim J, don't start, gorgeous. Okay, JoJo says, hello, JoJo, how are you doing? I'm still on 5 milligrams. Doctor refusing to bump me up. Been losing less weight lately. Well, congratulations, you've been on 5 milligrams. It must be doing something for you if you're still losing some, right? If you're still losing some, it's still better than 0, right? 1 is better than 0. Anything over 0 is good, right? So whether you're a slow responder or a medium, regular responder, a fast responder, the point is you are responding. You are responding. So JoJo, keep your head up. Keep positivity in your mind. Remove that negativity out of the mind if, when it comes about, and keep going on your journey, honey. Fall in love with your journey. Fall in love with the journey. Journeys are going to give you ups. It's going to give you downs. It's going to give you in-betweens. Love every minute of it because that's going to help you make sure that cortisol doesn't ramp up in your body because you ain't going to lose any at all. You're going to gain some if you got that cortisol going on, right? The more cortisol you have, yes, we're going to stress a little bit, and stress is okay to a certain extent, but you want to make sure that you're not stressing too much, that you're well managing your stress. How about that? Do that for me. All right. So you're losing a little bit, you're still doing okay. The doctor didn't see that you needed more. It's a reason for it. You have to advocate for yourself. Ask him why, him or her, why. Talk to your dietitian, see what you can, what they can give you if you can afford one. Do your own research. You have Chat GPT that can help you. You got all these other GPTs, AI, programs that can help you. Dr. Google has always, as long as it's been, available, you can get some help from there to help you get back on get back on track. With losing as much as you want, you were maybe once losing before. But keep your head up high and keep on that journey. Keep looking forward. You got this. How about that? Mm-hmm. All right. So I hope that encouraged you, JoJo. So beautiful. I'm color, or anybody else in the chat for that matter. All right. Yes, I like pecans, but prefer almonds over pecan. I got you. Okay. So yeah, check it out. If you will, Evelyn, you might, like I said, you might like it. All right. Pammy gave hearts. All right. Big sister Nia. Felicia says, Jolene says, JC Calamity, my son is a type 1 diabetic and would love to learn more about your journey. Okay, go check her channel out. Yes, yes. Is your son on, YouTube? Is he following the community, Miss Jolene? Jane, do you have your email in your description section? I want to say you do. Maybe y'all can hook up, maybe via email if you want to do that, Miss Jolene, to find out her information, or you can drop it in the chat, Jane, so she can have it and give it to her son. All right, and we wish him the best, Jolene. All right, love the challenge. Yes, Linda. Yes, love the challenges. All right, yes, Kim J. Hi, Miss Ann. Tamika says, hi, Nia. Where is Nia? Level Up Stress Down. She was in here. Pammy says, I love challenges too, although I'm not doing the hula hoop. Whose challenge is the hula hoop? That is Traces of Twan's life, Pammy. She's doing the hula hoop challenge the first 7 days of each month, 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes. Unless she, switches up and levels up a little bit. She may say 10. I don't know. But definitely check her channel out. Kim J, thank you. You're welcome. All right. Level Up Stress Down says, congratulations, Felicia Mary B, on your first live. I would definitely catch her. Yes, it will be a treat. She did very, very well on her first go round, which I knew she would. I knew she would. Jolene says, I'm physically challenged. However, I am encouraged by the challenges, so I will watch and enjoy it. And that's fine. We need people. Look, I think about church, right? You're going to have a preacher and you're going to have a congregation, right? You need a preacher and you need a congregation. Everybody can't do everything, right? Everything for everybody. And that's fine, because you have your things that you do, Jolene. It's not like you just like a bump on log and ain't doing nothing. You have been doing your thing, honey. Even though I haven't had a chance to talk to you in a while. I remember, when you were able to, jump in the lives, as well as in the videos, and how you share some of your journey with us. And I know that you was doing a little strength training, doing a little aerobics, you was doing the thing. Yes. And with that being said, I'm sure you're doing something, because once you start getting the hang of it and all, get past that, oh my gosh, I gotta do this again, or get past some of that, it hurts so bad. You start enjoying it, y'all. You start enjoying it, I didn't think I would say this ever, but I can attest to it. That's the hydration. That's the way I eat now. Like sometimes I be want my apples. Like I love gala apples from Aldi. They have 4 grams of the one that they sell that I get. They have 4 grams of fiber in it. Of course, it has some, some carbs in it as well. And I like eating it with pecans. Tip: make sure you're eating, if you're, especially if you're diabetic, but even non-diabetics, that's, check, being careful with their carbs, being more mindful of it. If you put a fiber or a protein with your carbs, or sugars, like if you're drinking something, then it definitely helps, minimize blood glucose spikes. So just want to let you know that. But yes, I love that. I always love apples, but over the years, I was not eating apples like that. I loved a lot of different fruit, but I wasn't eating them like that. But when I started this journey, I said, you know what? The first fruit I grabbed was my apple, a red one at that. I love red apples. A red apple, and I had cuties, a mandarin oranges, tangerines. I don't know the difference of the three, but I got those two because I really like the tangerines. And those are the things I did eat. Those are my carby things, when I first started my journey, and until today, that's what it is. I get those. I may get a couple other things too, but those are my go-tos. With that being said, now, because I'm so used to eating it, I miss it when I can't get to the store fast enough to get it. I eat one a day, when I have them, and I enjoy it. That's my little sweet treat, And like I said, I put those pecans with it so that, it cannot make my blood sugar go whoop up crazy. So that's a tip. So that's what I'm saying. Just make sure. Same thing with the exercising. When I started walking at the beginning of my journey, I was couch to walk. Okay, what they say, a couch to run, I was couch to walk. Okay, I wasn't working at the time. I sat my rump down and I was looking at that TV or doing other little things around the house, but not, intentionally walking. I was getting neat in, which is like you just walk around doing, doing your little chores or whatever you're doing. But just to explain it, the easy way to explain it. But like intentionally walking, wasn't doing it. So I started doing it, and then I just started craving doing it. My body started craving it. Same thing with hydration. My body started craving more water when I start giving it more water, because that's the stuff it needs, So that's just, just some more encouragement to keep going on your journey and leveling up on what you, may be missing out on. Shiazmika says shorts only allow 1 minute or less to add music. Yes. So that's why it sped. That's why it sped you. So sped up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. Child at Shiazmika, lunges, we don't get along that well. I'm on the struggle bus with those. Me too, Miss Nia. All right. That was my disclaimer earlier when I talked about that. All right. Pammy says, that has been my biggest fear. So y'all, the ones that are doing lunges, if there's a way to do it, the like modified version of it, let me know. Let me know in the comment. Let some of us know. All of us, the people that think about it, want to do it. I love the way Evelyn said it. She's like, which is beautiful. I'm colored. She was saying, I don't want to do this because I do a lot already, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it because my friends are doing it. That's how I was feeling too, Evelyn. When I heard you say that, I saw it last night when you said it. Your video about when you said that, and I just busted out laughing because I'm like, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Like when my friend said, "Let's do this wall sit," and I'm looking like, I don't want to do no wall sit. But that's why day one of my wall sit challenge, I chose friends. Because that is my sister / friend, Miss Shiazmika. All right. So Pammy says, that has been my biggest fear, is the insurance thing to deny me from Mounjaro. Right. My doctors, and that's crazy that they even do that. But I don't want to say I understand, because this is something that's helping save lives, right? This is a medicine that helps saving so many lives, helping so many people reclaim their life. So does any amount of money matter when it comes down to helping save lives? They don't have to charge that much. I understand they do have to get their profits, whatever. I do understand that, because if you're on the business side of everything and you're trying to, think business minded, yes, I've done all this stuff to create, this medication, and it's working well for people. I do want to get paid for it, but the way it costs, I think they can come down on the cost. But again, who am I besides somebody that has an opinion? All right. So Pammy says, my doctor says it's for diabetes management. Sorry. So they need to be sure to write it for that. Right. That's so true. If you write it, if the doctors write it the right way and kind of advocate for you, then they will continue to, approve it. So that's the thing. That's why I want to talk to my nurse so she can talk to the doctor about it, and make sure we're on the same page. All right. So Level Up Stress Style says, welcome, Felicia. All right. She just makes it. I love reverse lunges at Level Up. Okay. Cool. 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 All right. I think that's what I normally do if I do try to do them. But like I said, it's hard to do so many of them. Like my knees start hurting really, really bad when I, kneel down like that over and over again. So, Miss Nikki says, I really hate the insurance companies are trying to find a way to get out of paying for a med. Yes, that's crazy. I have a friend that wants to go on Zepbound, and she's tried many different ways, like going through a telehealth company, to get, use the insurance. Going through, she didn't try the compound, but she did try the just the regular way, through the telehealth company, through one of the big hospitals, their doctor's offices here. They tried to advocate for her as well a couple times. And then she also went through that sleep study company that works directly with Lilly. And she has sleep apnea, and she meet the criteria for sleep apnea, but they said because it's a weight loss drug, they don't cover none of it. Even though Zepbound is for weight, I mean for sleep apnea, has been approved for sleep apnea. It's a weight loss drug, so they won't approve it, which is crazy. And she's like, I don't want to spend $300 for no medication. Like, I'm not doing that. So she found another program that she could do, and so that's what she's doing. And she's been doing okay with it. So hopefully, I heard somebody say that Zepbound may change. They may, well, not Zepbound itself, but they may change medication. I mean, the name for the sleep apnea folks, so they can be approved for sleep apnea. Apnea, I guess, kind of like how Mounjaro is approved for diabetes. Not sure. Haven't heard too much about it, but I did hear one person say it. So hopefully that happens. And then, so I told my friend about it. So maybe one day, keep hope alive. Maybe one day it will work. And hopefully they'll come down on these prices. We got to keep praying, y'all, about that. Because, that way, like I said, I don't want them to lose out, but I do want them to be a little bit more cost effective when it comes to that, right? So that more people can, use these drugs, this medication to help them reclaim their health, like it's doing so many of us. So Pam says, I think we just need to keep reminding the doctor so they can write it correctly to say necessary for diabetes management. Yes, yes. Because some doctors don't know that. It's a lot of doctors that do, but it's some doctors that don't. Because I know somebody that also, they were like, I have to write, they were going to give a prescription to someone that I know, the doctor, and, they were like, I'm going to write it, strategically so that you can be put on the medication. And they were a diabetic, and they said that. So yeah, you want to make sure that they write it out properly. All right. Jerlene says the doctor is concerned and wants to give me a surplus supply. Okay. They let out so they allow you to do that, get a surplus. Now I know, like for me, I get 3 months supply, which is an 84 day supply. So I'm not sure if you get that, Jerlene, but I do that. I get that amount, and I don't get it through the mail orders. I actually go into my pharmacy, and they can offer that to me. actually my insurance company says if you're on a medication that you're going to continuously be on, then they rather you do the 90-day supply anyway. So I didn't even have to do anything. Like some people have to call their doctor and say, hey, I need to get a 84-day supply instead of the 1 month, because it's actually cheaper when you get um the 3 month supply. It wound up being cheaper. So Ms. Linda says, my endocrinologist said to me, as long as there is proof of high A1C on record, you can stay on it. Yes, but I guess the thing that some of us are having, or in the back of our head, is we're hearing that for some insurance companies, they will make you come off of it once you get it back to your normal range and you start going lower, after so many, times that when they check your blood and they find that you're back in that normal range, especially as you go lower in that normal range, which means that your health is improving, your A1C is improving, then they're taking people off of the medication. They're not approving it anymore, which is sad. Because again, it can go right back up. Just like they say it's no cure, okay? Which is not what my God says. But just like they said it's no cure, well, then act like it, okay? Keep me on this medication as long as I, want to be on it. All right, Miss Ann says this is where your doctor comes in, right? Provides documentation to your insurance stating that the medication is needed as maintenance. Yes. Thank you, Miss Ann, for that. All right, Ms. Nikki said, I understand, Kim J, and I would be scared to go back too. Right. All right. Level Up Stress Down says, yes, reverse lunges. I do like better. Good idea. Yeah, that is a good idea. But I think both hurt my knees, unfortunately. All right. If not, I'll be right on it, honey. Trying to figure out things to level up, and give y'all some entertainment. All right. So Miss Ann says, especially because your past high A1C history. And see, with me, that's another thing, Miss Ann. I've only been, diagnosed as a diabetic since July 3rd of 2024. With that being said, it's only been a year. So I don't have like a long history of it. And even with my family, I don't have a family history of it. So that's why it made me nervous. I'm like, ooh, I don't know, y'all. So Level Up Stress Down says, doses of shiny, yay, upload that thing and we'll catch it. We got you. Yes, so true, so true. All right, so if you all have not hit that subscribe button to Miss Shiny or anybody else that has a channel in this chat, y'all go ahead and check their channels out, see if you like them, and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so that you can get the alert when they drop the next video or they're live. And don't forget about me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like my videos, comment on my videos, look at my videos all the way through. I greatly appreciate it because I do want to get monetized, y'all. Why not? I'm spending a lot of time, creating these videos. I'm meticulous at it. Ask Miss Felicia Marie B. Ask Miss Tracy Twine's Life. Ask Miss Chia Tamika. Honey, the perfectionist in me has me tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. Twine, like, boo, you ain't got to do all that. That's not what my brain says. So, with that being said, go ahead and check me out, y'all. I'm not giving y'all that, hour-long videos. Y'all got 8 minutes. Hook a girl up. God gonna bless you. He gonna bless you anyway, but he gonna bless you more for blessing me. All right. And that's for all the content creators. Go on, help us out, y'all. Anyway, so Pammy says, thankfully, I have been able to get Mounjaro for over 1.5 years since my A1C went down to 5.3. But I constantly remind myself, doctor, I ask them if they can skip checking my A1C. Right. Like I said, there are people out here where the doctor said, hey, I'm not going to check your A1C, but once a year now because it's down in the normal range. And that may be what my doctor would say too, because I got mine down in the normal range in January. So this is me being, in my own brain, in my own mind, thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know. I hear these other people talk about it, but, I'll be all right. I'm going to be all right. God got me, right? So if I still supposed to be on it, he going to make sure I am on it. And so, hello and glamorous glow. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing well. If you're still in the chat, hopefully you are. All right, beautiful says that Twan, the lunch challenge is 5 days, right? Yes. From what I see, it is for 5 days. Pammy says, oh, I could feel my quads were strong today when I was walking at work. And man, my feet kept slipping. Okay, okay, strong quads. All right now, girl. Felicia Marie B says, absolutely love your bloopers. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Can't wait to see your videos. Shiny, Felicia says. All right. Evelyn says, me too, Felicia. It was hilarious, but I also love how Kim J did not quit. Surely didn't. Mm-mm. All right. So thank you for that. Doses of Shani says, what apps Dental use for editing? What apps do you use for editing? That auto incorrect, I tell you, Teddy D nailed it on the head. Auto incorrect, not correct, incorrect. Oh boy, we were trying to type stuff and it just make its own words. No, that's not what we want to say. Shawnee says, what apps do we use for editing? I'm new to all of this. I use CapCut. And at first when I started, I was using the free version. And then I decided to purchase the paid version because then you can do a lot more on that paid version. So that's what I use. I use StreamYard for lives. I use the free version of StreamYard because I don't, you have 12 hours per month, and so that's enough for me because I'm only going on once a week and maybe 2 hours at a time. So I still got 2 extra hours. Plus, you get so many hours if you want to like pre-record a video and put it out there. And which I have never used that. I'm testing it out now, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, a video will be coming out soon of me doing a pre-recorded video, and I'm going to drop it as a premiere. So hopefully, you'll see that this week. All right. And I have a special guest with me. All right. Stay tuned. Put that notification bell on so you can see it. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's what I use. Some people, and I have a Samsung. So some people have Apple iPad. Some people use their iPads and they use iMovie. They'll use that and edit from there. If you have cameras, certain cameras will let you, edit from there. So right now, a lot of, people that try to help promote people when they first start out, channels I've seen, they say start where you're at. You don't need all this big fancy equipment. You don't have to go out and purchase all that stuff unless you want to. But just want to make sure that, people don't feel like, you got to do that in order to start. Start anyway, they always say that. Just start wherever you are and, everything will work out. Them first, I don't know how many videos. Some people say 100, some people say 200, 300 videos. They may not be the best anyway, but, as you continue to do it, you're going to grow, you're going to learn more stuff. And I'm sure that video that you're going to put out is going to be just fine. Try not to be a perfectionist if you are. We're ready to see it. But I can wait a little patient. I understand because I was fearful. I still have a little fear within me, but I know that there's no perfect love. Well, there's no fear in perfect love. So I'm trying to come out of that, y'all. Stay tuned. All right. So level up, stress down. Congrats on your weight loss, JoJo, your weight loss journey. All right. Felicia says, right, Evelyn, she kept going. Kim J is the GOAT. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. How much I got to send you a cash out? All right. So Doses of Shiny says, what else to you? Yeah, we got you. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that helped you, Shiny. If somebody else is using something different, let her know in the comment, y'all, in the chat. All right. Felicia says, Shania, I use iMovie, or there's CapCut or Canva. Yes, Canva too. I forgot about that one. There's others out there too. I heard of another one. Let me see on my phone. Hold on. Because I put it on my phone. but I haven't used it yet. So I'm not sure about it, but I know somebody that does. Let me see. Did I throw it away? Oh, Flamora. Filmor. That's another one too that people can use. It's a lot of them out there, really. But CapCut to me is very, very user friendly. So that's why I like that one. That's what I started on. I just keep rolling with it. All right, Payment says, and JoJo and Jolene, it's so worth it. Took me 2 years, and now being on the other end of it, it's so worth it. And especially after I felt like a failure for 20 years after I regained, I guess she's saying her weight. Well, I'm happy it works for you now, Pammy. Yes, yes. All right. So Neil says, I'm still trying to figure out what works too. So I'm kind of trying different ones. Okay, cool. And I'm happy that they offer free ones. Um, because then you can get a feel of it and you can, kind of play around, like she said. There's a Final Cut Pro too that if you have a Apple PC that you can pay, I think maybe $299, $300 for, or something like that. It may be going up now. Everything's going up. And once you pay that, that's it forever. So if you got one of those, you want to try that, you can. When I actually paid for CapCut, I got it on sale. It was like, I think it was like 40% off for the year. So I went on and paid for that for the year. So I'm good at least until next year. So, yep. But I always hear people say CapCut is very, very easy. And you can use it even if you have an iPhone. Thanks, Felicia. I tried iMovie, and that's when my head got cut off. Gotcha. But my head got cut off on CapCut, but that's because I didn't have that camera right. For me, you did it because through editing. But can you like hit the back space? I mean the back arrow to make it, go back to where it's supposed to be? Or like if you have it in your camera, can you just start over? Sometimes it's maybe easy just to start over, just depending on what you're doing. And then just put it back in there and try again. Hopefully you can. I know that I can do that with CapCut. All right, Jerlene says, I do chair aerobics, pool therapy, and light B, light weights. Okay. But still love to watch and support. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We love you and we thank you for your support. Yes, we do. I know you're praying for us out there too. Out here, rather. Yes. All right. Oh no, Shiny, I'm so sorry. Right. Okay. Thanks. Level up, stress down. Talking to Nia. All right, amazing workout routine, Jerlene. Yes, yes, Miss Jerlene is working it out. I'm happy you're able to, continue with that, Miss Jerlene or Jerlene. Mama taught me right, honey. I'm sorry when I say Miss. That's just me. That's what they taught us to do when you're older than us, and you say Miss. You put that, hook that, put that respect on that name. Okay, so, but I'm a Southern girl too, so that's just how we were raised. All right, so but sometimes I will say just the name. Depends on how much older I think you are to me, or I know you are to me. All right, so beautiful says, to your point made earlier, Kim J, doing things together is a huge benefit of being part of this community. Yes, yes, Evelyn. We're better and can accomplish more together. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for pointing that back out for those who did not hear me earlier. So true, so true. Those Shani says, I'm so irritated with my insurance. They won't pay for any weight loss meds. Okay, so you're like my friend, even with comorbidities, right? I sleep apnea. So I've been paying for a brand through Lilly. I'm considering finding a different job. I got you. I understand that. I do understand that. Yes. And best of luck to you, and hope they come up with something where they can, lower those prices sooner than later. But everything takes time, unfortunately. So keep that in your prayers. And hopefully sometime, like I said, it'll come, it'll be better for us all. All right, level up, stress down. I thank God, even when I'm sorry, I'll be to you, Nia. I thank God even with just having the Lily coupon, that's helping some of us, a lot of us. And I know some people, they won't give it to for whatever reason, but I thank you for that as well. So anything that can lower our prices, it's a blessing, it's a blessing that we can get that benefit or whatever, as well as reclaim our health. But yeah, that's how it goes, y'all. All right. So, and that's why a lot of people do go on compound medications, truth be told, so I understand it. I'm not saying I want to do compound or whatever myself. Of course, I don't have to, because I'm, with doing Mounjaro, but, you know, hey, who knows? I may have to, at one point, who knows? I might have to. I don't look down on anybody that's doing compound. You have to do what you have to do, you know? Just long as it's it's a trustworthy company. That's all I pray, that you can find somebody that's trustworthy, that going to do what they're supposed to do, and be sanitized, have a sanitized company, or facility, and they are on the up and up with you all and your medicines. All right. Lolo Stress Down says, welcome. You're welcome. Trust me, after your first few videos, it gets easier. Someone told me to just push record and go. Yes. Get out of your own way. Yes. Good advice that helped me, and I hope that helps you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You're so right, Nia. And even though I've dropped a good bit of videos, I still have that, that battle inside my head, of perfection, of, a little like I'm talking to this camera and nobody's there, but, I'm getting out of my, coming out of my shell a little bit more, and I'm happy about that. I thank, praise God for that. So you all can see, my personality. All right, come out. So, Shani says, I'm keeping hope alive because all this money monthly is a lot, but I'm grateful I can afford it for now. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Lord, for that. All right, insurance, Neil says, just cares about their dollar and not us as people with lives. It's so sad. My heart breaks for so many people that are not able to even get any weight loss medications that need it. Right, right. It's especially those who can't get anything. And, that is so sad that we are now trying to, make sure that our health is better. And it's so many complications trying to take that away from us, So I pray that whoever is out there that cannot get the medication, or, for some reason they have to pay this full price for the medication, that God brings, about change for them, for the best for them. In the name of Jesus, I pray. So yeah, we just got, like I said, keep everyone, everything in your prayers, that it all works out for our best, for our, our good, our benefit, and everything. Kim J is absolutely a perfectionist. Yes. What is going on with that? So Jerlene says, I have that, some that fear bring on perfectionism. Mm-hmm. All right, so Jerlene, but I'm busting loose, y'all. I'm gonna bust loose. I'm gonna let that weight off too. Look, I done let a lot of this weight off. This real weight I got on me that I've been carrying, I'm letting that fear off too, y'all. Hey. All right, Jolene says, I have been unable to connect to the like button 10 times, but it will not go through, not just on your channel, but others. Oh, wow. Always something. Always something. But thank you, though, for that. Yes. All right. Anonymous Girl said, I'm here doing well. Okay, great. Thank you for listening in. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Miss Ann says, congrats, Felicia Marie. Of course, I'll be checking out your live as well. Kim J's bloopers. Ready to laugh. Yes, it was funny to me. It's a short one, but, it was a good one. I think it was a good one. I was pleased. JC Calamity Jane says, if you already have Champ, I want to say I tried that, and it didn't work for me when I was trying to put the video in. I think that's the one I tried, and I tried to put the video in YouTube. It was asking all these questions, trying to set me up, and then it didn't work. I don't know what was that about, because I want to use that, but I might try it again, since you have put that approval on it. This the brain, y'all. Oh my gosh. All right. So Pammy says, what? You can use Canva to post your videos to? Yes, you can, ma'am. I haven't done it, but yes, you can. All right, so Jane says Google AI and ChatGPT can help with thumbnails, titles, and descriptions for your shorts and videos. Yes, I do use chat. I call it chat, but I use it to for my descriptions and some thumbnails as well, my titles. I do, and it has been doing pretty good, pretty good. It depends on what you put in, of course. It depends on what you put in there, because you'll tell it what you want, and then it'll come up with something. If you don't like what they say or you want to tweak it, you let them know a couple other things and you move on, and then it gives you something else out to you. So yeah, thank you for that, Jane, and everybody in the chat that's been giving these gems, dropping these gems, helping one another, cheering each other on, encouraging each other. I really, really do appreciate you all. And you know what, y'all? Just wanted to say real quick, thank you all for taking time out to subscribe to me, to look at my videos, and I hope you enjoyed them, which I think you are. And I have 300, I think 6 subscribers now. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 before January 25th was when I started this channel. But of course, like I said, early in my journey of creating, it's a lot of fear, right? And so, like I said, I thank God for being, giving me the strength to just push through that, even more nowadays. So, yeah, but I do appreciate y'all so much, so much, so much, for following me on my journey. Love y'all. All right. So, Calamity Jane Pamela says, thank you, and I'll check that out also. All right. Google, Ms. Jerlene says to ask. I Google to ask, and others are having trouble. Also, it's sporadic. Okay. I want them to get that fixed ASAP. ASAP. I will go back for a replay and push the like button. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. As always. Love you, Geraldine. Michelle says, everyone have a good night. I was listening to 2 lives. I'm headed into my live. Oh boy. Okay, let me hurry up. See you soon, Michelle. Oh gosh. All right. Linda says, I'm going to say good night, Kim, Jay, and everyone. Have a peaceful evening. You too, sweetheart. All right. Felicia says, okay, cousin, see you there. All right. Good night, Linda. Geraldine says, doses of Shiny says, I have recordings, just haven't posted it yet. When see them, show me some grace. Oh yeah, definitely. I will show you grace, honey. I will show you grace, definitely, because I know how it is. I'm still new myself, so I get you. Amen. Shirley says, all right. Okay, so Felicia says, thank you, Miss Ann. Jane says, oh, mine went straight to YouTube. Okay, gotcha. Nighty night, y'all. Nighty night, level up, stress down. Thank you all for coming and joining me today. I am going to jump off of this live. Hopefully all minds are clear. Hearts and minds are clear. I got to go over to my cousin's channel. Y'all come on with me if y'all want to. If y'all, don't have to go to bed, especially the late night hours, come on over here with us and enjoy Miss Michelle's Mirror. That's our cousin, y'all. And if y'all have not subscribed to her, go ahead and subscribe to her. I'm not going to try to call all these names, but that was in the chat tonight. But check them out if y'all have not subscribed already. I greatly appreciate you all checking them out at least to see if y'all like their content. And if so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The same thing with me, those in the bushes. Hit that subscribe button. What you're waiting on, go ahead and do what you got to do. Yes. And Pamela says, have a peaceful evening, Miss Linda. Shania, just be yourself. Yes, people will love you. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And we were going to support you too. All right. Good night, everyone. Felicia says good night. I'm going to say good night. Love you all. Till next time. Y'all be blessed. Peace. Y'all, oh yeah, by the way, I put 2 videos out today. Check them out. Counselor name? I don't know what the counselor name is. What are you saying? I'm not sure, Pammy. I didn't see anything about a counselor. All right, so see y'all later. Are you, wait a minute. Pammy, are you saying Michelle's Mirror? You talking about Michelle's Mirror, the channel name? I'm not sure what you're talking about, baby. I was trying to think of it. I'm like, before I go, I don't know. Oh, cousin's name. Now, she's not my cousin for real. She calls all, this is Michelle's Mirror. She calls all her friends, I mean, her, subscribers, cousins. Okay. Let me look. I'm trying to find her name real quick. This is her, Pammy, Michelle's Mirror. So I'm her moderator, so I got to get out of here. But I just want to let you know that. Okay. She comes on at 10 o'clock most nights Eastern Standard Time. She's doing a little series, so go check out. All right, see you over there. Peace.